What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Alan Mike over here, bringing you guys another video today. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate that. So if you guys have been finding yourself on my channel and watching my videos lately and you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. It would mean a lot to me. For the 171 of you that are already subscribed, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. But as you guys can tell by the title of the video, I am going to be doing my first how to style video, and this is going to be one that is going to be focusing on flared trousers. So for me, I think flared trousers are an item that are particularly scarce in terms of people wearing them. I don't think it's an item that, you know, a lot of people really gravitate towards too. And I think it's a unique item just because it's got like a lot of history. We really started to see flared trousers come around in like the 60s and 70s and just kind of work its way up into the 80s and 90s, and then it started to kind of drift away, and then we just really started to see a more like straight cut and everything. So I just kind of wanted to touch up on ideas on how you can style these trousers, because I think they're very unique, and I think there's so many different designers putting their own take on flared trousers, and I just love the look. I think it's a unique look, and I think there's so many different ways that you can take these trousers and this silhouette and just really create your own look. So I'm gonna be showing you guys some of my looks and some ideas on how I would style flared trousers. So let's get right into the video. So the way I'm going to be doing this video, I already have my outfits already filmed. I'm styling 3 trousers, different colorways, different cuts, different styles, different silhouettes. So I'm just gonna be doing a voiceover, and I'm just gonna be describing to you why I styled it like this, how I styled it like this, and why I think it's an effective look and it's so simple and like cost effective. So let's get right into it. So for my first look, I have a pair of brown wool trousers, and I decided to style this in a way that's true to its form, which is like a nice casual 70s look. So whenever I think of flared trousers, again, I always think of like, you know, flared, tight boots, high heel platforms, cigarettes, and just a simple white t-shirt or a tank top. So that's why I went ahead with this look. And as you guys can tell, it's just a very simple yet effective look, and it just provides that like 70s aesthetic. And you can see I paired it up with my SLPs, which they do have a nice heeled platform. So it allows the pant to just kind of hover over the boot nicely and just give it that like nice 70s look. I didn't pair it with a belt, as you guys can tell, so I just kept it super casual. You can definitely throw on a nice belt with silver accents, and I think this is such a clean and effective look. Throw on some accessories, some jewelry, anything to just kind of make the outfit a little bit more vibrant and your own. But other than that, you can just tell that it's got a nice look. This one's a very subtle flare, so it's not like a massive flare. It just gives a nice little hourglass effect to it, and I feel like it's a very clean look. Definitely brown isn't like the most sought after colorway in terms of flared trousers, but I feel like brown is just a very unique color. So as you guys can tell, I just threw on a tote bag, grabbed some accessories. Now I feel like the outfit's just a whole outfit in its own, and I feel like it's super effective. I mean, throw on some high heel platforms, you know, don't let the pant actually really hover over the boot. Just a nice little, you know, a little bit based over, and just let it be its own. And I feel like this is a very effective outfit. And plus I got that hairy chest, so that's another plus to like a 70s look, because that's how they did it in the 70s. But yeah, just a clean look. And I got these trousers from a vintage 70s store in Toronto for like 30 bucks. So I mean, like, you don't need to have expensive trouser or a flared trouser to make the look effective. You can definitely shop around and look at vintage stores for an effective look. So there you go. There's my first look, and I think it's a super effective one. Definitely a 70s vintage vibe, and I'm really feeling that vibe right now, guys. I'm loving it. Okay, so for my next look, I am wearing my undercover flared wool trousers again. And this one over here, I just decided to pair it with a pair of sneakers. You can definitely do this with a pair of Vans, with a pair of Jordans, whatever you want to do. I think this is a very unique look. It's definitely longer than my first one, definitely wider. and definitely more flared. So as you guys can tell, it's giving you a more of a baggy vibe than my first look. The color is black, so it's a lot easier to style. You can literally wear this with anything. But I feel like the proportion on this one is just a lot more loose and a lot more baggier. So I feel like you kind of have to complement it with either, you know, a shirt that's not too baggy, but it could be a little slim. It could definitely be a little bit baggy. But I think if you really start to just go overboard with a huge sweater or a huge t-shirt, it's just really gonna take away from that proportion. Other than that, I just threw on a black vest, and this vest is from Random Identities, and I can't believe it was on sale for like 70% off. This vest is literally insane. Like, and again, I'm wearing the same tank top from the first one, just decided to untuck it. And I feel like that's something that you can play around with, whether you want to tuck in your shirt or untuck it. That's just something you should just play around with. But other than that, this outfit's just very effective. I feel like you can never go wrong with a black bottom. And the fact that these are, you know, just a casual yet dressy because it's pleated, and you know, it just gives you that really effortless look. So I think this is just a look that you can really just work around and just play around with, whether you want to change the color of the top, whether you want to change the silhouette of the top, take the vest off, put on a jacket. Like, I think this is just such a simple and effortless look. This is just something that I highly recommend people when they're looking into buying a flared trouser. Maybe start off with something that's a little bit more baggy and a little bit more effortless to pull off, because I feel like if you start off with the first look, it's gonna kind of pull you away from it if you don't feel the vibe. Like, if you're not feeling it, then you're gonna be like, I don't want to wear flared trousers anymore, man. Like, it's not for me. So I definitely recommend starting off with something a little bit more simple. Start off with the black colorway or even like a blue denim that's flared, and just kind of start off simple and then gravitate more towards the more difficult looks, the more, you know, unusual silhouettes. So I think that's just a simple and effective way to just look at it. And definitely you can style flared trousers with sneakers. You can style it with, you know, Jordans, whatever. Just play around with it. That's really what I recommend. All right, so for my third and final look, we're going to be diving into something that's a lot more unusual, and you guys have probably seen it in my last video. Was it my last video? I don't remember if it was my last one. My Essen Summer Sale pickups, and it is a pair of my Martine Rose cargo tan trousers, and these are literally insane. Like, as you guys can tell from watching this, like, the flare is absolutely massive. A lot more difficult to style than my previous two pairs I've showed you, and this one is just a really unusual look. So for this one, I just decided to keep it clean. Again, I went again with the white tank top just to show you how, you know, easy it is to style. You can literally just wear a white tank top literally with anything and just kind of just throw something over. So I threw over my Haider Ackermann Polonium hoodie. I paired it with the tan trouser just because I feel like it was a nice color block, because I feel like green and brown go hand in hand. I decided to style it with my Dr. Martin derbies. So these are the Gilbies, I believe they're called. I've been getting a lot of wear out of them. I think they're a very simple yet classy shoe. And I feel like wearing a derby with these trousers, I just feel like it really simplifies the look. I think if you go anything too overboard with footwear on this look, it's just gonna really take away from that uniqueness of the pant. So I think a nice simple black derby is just gonna really make this look more effective. And I feel like the way the hoodie is, the nice cut, crop, and the proportions, I feel like they just work hand in hand together. You can tell just from the sleeves that they're extremely wide and long, so it's a unique look. And I feel like you don't want to take away from the uniqueness of the pants, but yet you can complement it with something else that's unique, but just not overpowering it. So I feel like the fact that these are tan trousers, which is a pretty simple colorway, and they're cargo, so it gives you that casual vibe, but the flare is just one of its own, like it's one of its kind. So I think that's something you really need to complement. And I just decided to pair it with my hoodie, and I think it works very, very well. So for the three looks that I've showed you that you can style it with a tank top, a white one. So it just shows you how simple it is. You can throw on a vest, you can throw on a hoodie, you can do it with nothing. You don't need a belt. I prefer it with a belt, I just got lazy. And the footwear, you can do it with boots, you can do it with sneakers, you can do it with derbies, you can do it with sandals, whatever you want. And I feel like this is what people need to see, is that I feel like a lot of people are hesitant to lean towards something that, you know, is a little bit more unusual. But if you just kind of make it your own and you just really focus on, hey, how can I take this look and just really differentiate it from like other looks, or hey, like I want to style a pair of flared trousers because I don't really see too many people wearing it, so I kind of want to do my own thing. I think this is what people really need to gravitate towards more, as opposed to just going with something that's safe, you know, something that's a little bit more trendy. Like let's start to be a little bit more creative. Let's start to diversify our wardrobe, you know? Instead of having, you know, all black and white, let's try to throw in some color. You know, instead of having all the same silhouette, let's try to throw in some volume. Let's try to throw in some, you know, different proportions. And I feel like this video could help a lot of people to kind of step out of their comfort zone and maybe look into buying something that's a little bit more unusual, whether it's flared trousers or whether it's, you know, crop pants or whatever it might be. I just highly recommend you guys just kind of step out and just really embrace different, you know, style and different trends and whatnot. And I don't know, I guess this is something I wanted to make just because I felt like flared trousers are a little bit more on the scarce side. And I know like people wear it, I know a lot of designers are starting to kind of come out with their own variations of it, but I feel like it's still something that it's not pushed on people, it's not pushed on upon yourself. So I just like it, man. I think flared trousers are such a cool look. I think that it can provide so many different aesthetics and so many different looks. I would have all my pants flared, like honestly. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video and you made it all the way to the end, and you guys have been liking the content recently, I really appreciate that. And I would also appreciate if you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. And also don't forget to follow my Instagram. That is where I'll be posting all my fit pictures, so you guys can see how I style my flared pants and my flared trousers. So don't forget to check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace and have a great day.